Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel, and we're back with another watch along, and it's the penultimate watch along. Second last game of Manchester United's, the first half of Manchester United season before the World Cup starts, and we're back obviously with a Carabao Cup game, Manchester United versus Aston Villa, a replay of the weekend's fixture, and we all know how that went, don't we? Manchester United obviously lost convincingly, you'd have to say, against Aston Villa. So we're back with a Carabao Cup game tonight, and some interesting team news, I have to say. For anybody who's following on TikTok, I did have a predicted 11 up, and I wasn't too far off it. Now I have to say I wasn't too far off it, but just to let everybody know the starting 11 for anyone who hasn't heard. Dubravka gets his Manchester United debut tonight. He starts in goal. Back four of Dalot, Malacia, Maguire and Lindelof. Midfield then of McTominay, Fred, and I think Donny van de Beek. And then if you're looking at maybe three forward players, it looks potentially like Fernandes is going to be on the right again, Rashford on the left, and Martial comes back and is playing through the middle. So interesting starting 11. Obviously not Manchester United's strongest, you would have to say, by any stretch of the imagination, but it probably goes to show the kind of priorities that Ten Hag is looking at in relation to, the game on the weekend. Obviously you want to finish the Premier League, first half of the Premier League strong, away to Fulham on the weekend, so look, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. It really is. But I'm looking forward to it, I have to say. I really am. Who have we got in? Jared is there. Good to see you, pal. Sid is in as well. Jock is there. Dex is in as well. Aaron is in. Ben is in. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. Please smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. Appreciate it. As you know, it helps the channel out an awful lot. But look, it's going to be an interesting game tonight. And Villa have gone strong enough as well. Let me see. I had this starting 11 for Villa, but I'm after losing it. Let me just pull it back up here. I mean, Villa have a decent squad, you would have to say. I mean, they have some players starting tonight that didn't start on the weekend for them. So they start with Olsen in the goal. Ashley Young is right full. Augustin's son is left full. Chambers and Konza centre backs. Three in the midfield then are Kamara, Douglas Luiz and John McGinn. Then we have Jacob Ramsey, and then two up front are Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins. So a decent enough starting lineup for Aston Villa, you'd have to say. But look, let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to, look, we would. I think that the Carabao Cup, as much as obviously you would hate to say it, and obviously your priorities do want to be better, but the Carabao Cup has to kind of be a priority for Manchester United this year as well. Now, obviously, look, you roll the dice when you don't put out your strongest team, but I still do think it would be a good chance for Manchester United, to potentially get some silverware. Not get some silverware, just make a run in a good run in the competition. But I suppose the talking points in the starting 11 are, shades of last season, and Maguire and Lindelof partnering each other at the back, and McFred is back again in the middle of the park. So it's going to be interesting. It really is. But let's see what happens. Daryl, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Anyone who's new as well, guys, to the YouTube channel, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And anybody that's watching on TikTok, if you're new, make sure you hit the follow button. We do all of Manchester United's watch-alongs, daily United content, and we're going to be doing a lot of World Cup watch-alongs as well when the World Cup starts in a couple of weeks. So make sure you don't miss out and hit that follow button. Let's see what people are saying here. Aaron says, so good to see the keeper in. Is this his first game? It is, Aaron. Yeah, his debut tonight. Dale says, McFred is back. Certainly are. Cooper is in. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. And Alex reckons it's going to be a Dubravka masterclass. There we go. Let's see what people are saying here on TikTok. Make sure you get your score predictions in, guys. Let me know what you think about the game. What way is it going to go? Is it going to be high scoring, low scoring? If it's a draw after 90 minutes, it'll go straight to penalties as well. So that's going to be an interesting scenario if it is, you know, level after 90 minutes. We seen last night Liverpool obviously won against Derby County last night on penalties as well. So Carl is in, good to see ya. Jamie says, is Ronaldo starting? No, Ronaldo's not even in the squad. According to Ten Hag, he's ill. And also Anthony is still injured, and Jadon Sancho is also ill. Jadon Sancho's been ill for a while. What has he got? Fucking chlamydia or something? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. K. O'Grady says, McFred, Fringe, Lindelof, Donny, Mother of Divine God, giving up before we even start. I know. Our Man United playing at 8. They are, guys. So kickoff is 8 o'clock. So we're going to be here for the whole game. So make sure you don't miss out. Who are Man United playing? We're playing Aston Villa. Carol says 3-1 to Villa. Jude says 2-1 United. Jennifer says 2-0 to United. Carol says 3-1 Villa. K. O'Grady says 2-0 to Villa. There we go. Alex says 6-0 to Villa. Come on, Alex. Aaron says 2-0 United. And DC says, Bruno definitely going to score a jammy goal against us again. I'll take it. I will take it. I certainly will. But great to see so many people in, guys. Make sure you do keep smashing the like button for us. As you know, it helps the channel out an awful lot. Anybody on TikTok, keep tapping that screen. We're going to aim for 30,000 likes tonight. So if you have a minute or two, tap that screen for us a few times. Get the likes up. As you know, it helps out the channel. It gets more people into the chat as well. Cooper says United to win 1-0. Shea says 3-1 United. Alex says, see the vision. Dubravka passes out to Malacia. Malacia paces up the left wing, cuts inside, top bins, and shushes the Villa fans. 76 minutes. I love it, Alex. I absolutely love it. So I do. Absolutely love it. DC, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel as well. Really do appreciate it. Anybody watching on TikTok as well, guys, if you do want the full experience, we're live on YouTube. We've got the starting 11 on the screen here. We've got the scoreboard and the timer over here. Link is on my homepage, or you can just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Are you showing it live? No, so we can't show the game, guys. We're just doing a watch along for it. So obviously we can't show the game due to copyright issues. But we're going to be here for the whole game. If you want to stick with us, we're keeping you up to date as we go. So yeah, looking forward to it. And like I said, the games are running out. You know, we have tonight's game, and then we have the final Premier League game before the World Cup on Sunday away to Fulham. So we have to enjoy them while we can, because it's going to be, 6 weeks, I think, from Sunday before the next game. So, you know, we have to enjoy these United games while we can get them. Patrick says, trying for a different vibe with you on my 52-inch TV. I bet you I look 52 inches better looking, Patrick. Happy days, man. Happy days. Hope everything is working all right, and, you know, we're doing okay. Slabhead is playing, says Dylan. He certainly is. DC says, you're lucky we have Olsen in goal, and he is so dodgy. Ben says 3-1 to United. Dara says Man United to win 2-0. Alex says, are you Glazers out? Absolutely, Alex. I don't know a Manchester United fan who isn't Glazers out. Absolutely. Ben says, hope Martial has a good 90 minutes for fitness. Yeah, absolutely. I hope so. You know, I mean, his short cameos that he's had this season so far have been relatively good. So if he can do that again for us, then happy days. You know, happy days. Aaron says, the slabbers will go up front in the last half an hour. And Faizan Ali says, what a coincidence you play them soon after they brutally beaten you. Well, we can't do anything about that. They're the fixtures. DC says, I'm going to go 1-1 to United, and United to win on penalties. So yeah, plenty of different score predictions coming in. What part of Ireland are you from? I'm from Kilkenny. My score prediction, I'm going with a 1-0 win to United. I have a feeling it's going to be close. Tight. But yeah, 1-0 or alternatively United maybe to win on penalties. But again, penalties flick the coin, you know what I mean? So, trying the new jersey again this game. If we lose, I'll never wear it again. One collar up time. Absolutely. Collar up nice and early is what we're looking for tonight. Early goal, settle the nerves. Faison says 7-1 Villa. Yeah, alright now. Easy. I hear Limerick, F the Cats. What can you do? What can you do, DC? We gave you a good rattle in the All-Ireland final, but nah, you're definitely the team to beat again this year, I reckon. Why is Linda Loaf of Bread playing? Look, I don't think he's done too bad when he has played already this year, so let's see what happens. Dylan says, I'm relaxed and watching you in the match. I appreciate it, Dylan. You're more than welcome, pal. Audrey says, what part of Ireland are you from? Kilkenny. From Kilkenny. And Ewan says, what do you think of the United lineup? Look, Carabao Cup, this is all about getting minutes into players who are potentially on the fringes, first and foremost. And secondly, it's about maybe giving lads a rest that have been playing an awful lot already this season, you know. So it's good to see Martinez getting a rest. I thought Delo was potentially going to get a rest as well. Luke Shaw gets a rest. Casemiro, Ericsson, they all get rests as well. So has to be done. DC says going to go 10-2 to Villa and Limerick to hammer Kilkenny 4-23 to 1-4 in the All-Ireland. Come on, Jesus. Come on, DC, man. Don't be saying that. Robert says, from Cork, agree, F the Cats as well. Jesus, lads, come on. Robert, I went to college in Cork. I have a soft spot for Cork. Come on, man. Don't be turning me against ye. And Dylan says, tip all the way. Oh, Jesus Christ, the Tipperary lads are in the group chat as well. Fucking hell. Anyway, Patrick says, personally reckon CR7 thinks Carabao Cup is beneath him. You never know. Ajay, thanks for the gifts on TikTok. Really appreciate it. Chris is in the chat. Good to see you, pal. For any of, let me just block this lad on YouTube. One sec now. So for any of the YouTube members, so the official members, if you haven't already noticed, the very first member video went up today. Start, sub, sell, and we've done it with Wayne Rooney, Didier Drogba, and Thierry Henry. Who do you start? Who do you sub? And who do you sell? So if you haven't checked it out yet, go and check it out after this. But if not, or if you have checked it out, let me know what you thought of it. Obviously, it's probably the heaviest edited video I've ever done. It took me about 4 or 5 days to do, so I hope you enjoy it. And anyone else who's watching, guys, on YouTube, if you do want to become an official member of the channel, link is in the description. Go check it out, and it's actually pinned to the top of the chat as well. But great to see so many people in on YouTube, guys. If you haven't already done so, take a second and hit the thumbs up button for me. As you know, it helps the channel out an awful lot. But yeah, really do appreciate it. And the likes are flying in here on TikTok as well. Grumpy says, as a Villa fan, I think United could edge it tonight. As a tip man, though, you can feck off. Chris says, Rooney start, Henry sub, and sell Drogba. Go watch my video. Kim says, strange that Wan-Bissaka never starts so Delo can rest. Yeah, it kind of goes to show maybe how little Ten Hag really rates him. Big Tom, thanks for the gifts on TikTok. Really appreciate it, pal. Much appreciated there. Up Ballyraggett says Poohead. Absolutely. And AJ, thanks for the gifts as well. Can I have your shirt, please? Nope, you can't. Great to see so many people in. Lawrence, welcome to the membership club. Absolute legend. Thanks for joining, my friend. You're more than welcome in as an academy prospect. Thanks for joining as an official member. You're an absolute legend. Let's see. Ben says, maybe Donny's last chance tonight. Yeah, look, I mean, with Donny van de Beek, like, he's after playing 2 games in a row, is it? I think he's after getting the last 2 games, starting the last 2 games in a row. And you'd have to say he hasn't really taken his chance. And look, I've yet to meet a United fan who hasn't liked Donny. I think we all have a soft spot for Donny, but I think if he doesn't get his act together soon, his time is going to be very limited. I really do. But again, even saying that, in the future, I don't see him as being much more than maybe a backup, because he's going to have to keep Casemiro, Eriksen and Bruno, all top players, out of the team as well. So, Big Tom, thanks for the gifts again. Really appreciate it. So, yeah. Aaron says, I may get an extra TV in my room so I can watch matches and United Community Channel side by side. It'd be class. There you go. There you go. Or even a little tablet beside the TV. It's the dream. It's the absolute dream. If Donny van de Beek had another minus 10,000 to 10 performance, I think we'd have to call it quits with him. He reeks in the side, says Alex. Chris says, let's go. Patrick says, if we beat Villa tonight, it shows a weaker squad is better than the starting 11. Not specifically. It just means that, I mean, Villa don't have as strong a team out today either as they did against us on the weekend as well. So, look, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Ewan says, would you be much of a Celtic fan? I would, Ewan. Yeah, I do like Celtic. I was at, I've only ever been to one Celtic game. We went to, there's a Celtic supporters club in Kilkenny, and in 2019, maybe 2019 or maybe 2020, just before COVID hit, I think it was the end of 2019, we went to an away game in Dundee. Spent the weekend over there. Absolutely great. Yeah, so... But yeah. Sean says, do you have a YouTube channel? Yeah, so anybody watching on TikTok, guys, we're live on our YouTube channel at the moment as well. Link is on my homepage, or you can just search United Community Channel over there. We've got the full experience. The starting 11 is here, scoreboard, timer, and all that good stuff. If you want to go over and get the full experience, go over and check it out, and make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. The chat tends to be a bit quieter over there, so if you want to head across, there's more chance of me being able to read out your comments as well. And if you definitely want your comments read out on YouTube, we do have super chats available as well. So, of course, they get priority. And why wouldn't they? So, it's all available to you. Liam says, I'm back. How's the game been so far? Hasn't started yet. Kickoff is at 8 o'clock, so about just over 10 minutes to go, Liam. Patrick says, Donny isn't up to the English game. He's had chance after chance after chance. Eric Ten Hag coming in was his last chance to get time, and he's failed. Alex says, welcome Liam, performance has been great. Van de Beek is on a hat-trick 39 seconds in. Don't mind him, Liam. Come on Ranger, says Ben. Oh, here we go now, here we go. Ewan says, yeah, we're part of the Celtic supporters club here in Kildare as well. Happy days. Lucas says, we got a win today. I don't know if you're talking about United, but we do have to win today. Cooper says, we have Barcelona in the Europa League. We certainly do. And guess who has tickets to the home game? This guy. So I'm going to be going to I have a cup season ticket this year, so I get all of the home Europa League games. So at first when Barcelona came out, I was like, oh no. But then I was like, I'm going to be going to Old Trafford for a game against Barcelona. So a European game, regardless of whether it's in the Champions League or the Europa League, it's going to be unbelievable. Staying the night, myself and another mate going over, so I can't wait. Why do you think Radcliffe changed his tune about buying Manchester United? Says Robert. Look, it could be a variety of different things there, to be quite honest with you. Price is probably the main one. You know, it could be the Glazers not willing to sell full control. It could be, you know, he'd have to come in, you know, as a minority stakeholder. There can be a number of different issues. You just don't know. And maybe the Glazers didn't want to sell to him. You know, I have a feeling there's work going on in the background regards the club being sold, or the Glazers at least selling a minority stake in the club. But as all of these things there's a lot of legal aspects to it that you have to keep quiet about. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hear probably before the end of the season about maybe some decent moves or potential moves that could happen. But look, it's only speculation. Lucas says, are you going to the Ireland match? I'm not, I'm afraid, Lucas. No, I can't make that one. Cooper says, enjoy the game next year. I certainly will. And we're going to face Lewandowski. That's all right. Martinez will keep an eye on him. Although Martinez is going to be missing for the first leg of the Europa League game against Barcelona in the new camp due to suspensions, which is obviously not good. But yeah, we're just going to have to deal with it. Alex says, hopefully we don't lose 6-0 in the first game, so you can have a decent... Yeah, I mean, if we won 6-0 in the first leg, I think that would nearly be just as bad. From a supporter standpoint, and going to Old Trafford and wanting the atmosphere and the ground and everything, you wanted a goal, 2 goals max in the difference, either United winning or Barca winning. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, though. I have to say, really, really looking forward to it. Aaron says, what kind of reception do you think Frankie will get? I don't think he's going to... I mean, I don't think he'll probably get any real reception. I don't see a specific reception for him. You know, will he get a boo? Probably. Who knows? But look, that's all part and parcel of it. I don't think that will stop him signing for Manchester United if we do go back in for him, if it's something he wants to do. Great to see so many people in, guys, on YouTube. 35 people in watching, 40 people now, and only 9 likes. Please take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. As you know, it helps out the channel an awful lot. And keep tapping that screen on TikTok as well. We're aiming for 30,000 likes before the end of the game. We're closing in on 3,000 already, which is great to see. And like I said before, if you're new, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content. We do all of the watch-alongs for the Manchester United games, and we're going to be doing an awful lot of watch-alongs for the World Cup in the coming weeks. So make sure you don't miss out. But yeah, that's a lot of talking. I need a drink of water here now. I see Speed is in Old Trafford to watch the game. Anyone follows him on social media? Cooper says, I'm sitting here waiting for the match to start, watching highlights of the other games. Patrick says, it's hard to step back from thinking this game is as big as the game in 09-11. It's a poor Messi, less Barcelona hoping to win. Yeah. Craig is in. Good to see you, Craig. Thanks for the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. Carl says, good luck. Appreciate it, Carl. We'll be here. If you want to stick with us or pop in and out, no problem. Owain says, what time is the game? It's on at 8 o'clock, so we're about 6 or 7 minutes away from kickoff. So, we'll be here if you want to stick with us. Cristiano Ronaldo Suey. I'm not taking off my shirt, by the way, so don't even ask. Do not even ask. That iShow Speed is way better ripped than I am. But anyway, Lucas says, won't Lewandowski be out for the first leg? I'm not sure, actually. I didn't hear any of the Barcelona squad news, but if he is, obviously that'll be a great bonus for us. Kevin says, are you going to do some World Cup games? Yeah, I'm going to try and do a game every 2 days, probably, Kevin. But once we get to the knockout phase, then last 16 quarterfinals, semi-finals, I'm going to do the majority of them. You know, so absolutely. And look, to be honest, I'm looking forward to the World Cup. It's Ian, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to the World Cup. Look, I know there's a lot of like giving out about it being in the winter and things like that as well, but I think I mean it's unknown, but the fact that we're going to have like games basically every single day right up to Christmas, I think it's just going to be brilliant. I really do. I love the World Cup. I love the atmosphere. I love the excitement of it. Obviously, I'd love Ireland to be in it, but we haven't been there since 2002. But yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Really looking forward to it. Are you going to bed? I see you in the morning. Come in for a hug. See you in the morning. Kiss. Hug. Good girl.
No, you can't watch the soccer.
You can't watch the soccer. You're going to bed. See you in the morning. Now family duty's done. Anyway, for anyone who's wondering, tonight's snack of choice. Ho ho ho! Now I know it probably won't show up on the green screen on YouTube, but we're gone with Aero Mint Aero Bubbles. The unofficial sponsor of tonight's show. Anyone has any connections with Nestle, if you do want to sponsor the show, you know where to get me. These are unbelievable, by the way. These are absolutely unbelievable. So they are. Oh man. They are unbelievable. So for anyone on YouTube, look, you can't see it. Now you can. Because one side is chocolate and the other side is mint. Thoughts on the middle three starting tonight, says Shanaz. Look, to be honest with you, I'm kind of interested to see how they do. Because we've seen them playing an awful lot last season. And how poor we were last season and things like that. And look, you would have to say potentially that the likes of Fred and McTominay, you know, have their part to play in that, you know. But I'm interested to see how they play tonight under a different manager, because they haven't played an awful lot together, or if they have played at all together this season under Ten Hag. So it's going to be interesting to see how they get on. It really is. Chris says, USA revealed their squad. What a mess. We'll be lucky to score 3 goals. I didn't see it, Chris. I didn't, but yeah. Paul is in. Good to see you, Paul. Leonardo is in as well. Chris says, I have not heard back from Teos. Keep knocking on the door, man. Keep knocking on the door. Do you have your halftime Teos ready too? Don't you worry. And I'm going to be finishing them today. I didn't finish him on Sunday and we ended up losing. So, I'm not saying that I'm to blame, because I'm not. But it may be one of the reasons. Maybe. But anyway. Kevin is in and says, you going back to Old Trafford anytime soon, lad? Yeah, Kev. I'm going to the Barcelona game for the Europa League. So, I can't wait, man. Can't wait. Lucas says, love a good pack of potatoes. There you go, man. And Paul says, and no ice cream. Yeah, man. That 99 I got on Sunday was absolutely huge. So it was. Opinion on formation. Look, I think the formation is basically similar to what we've been playing all season. We just had different personnel. And it's interesting here, the Sky Sports... Sky Sports have put Rashford on the right-hand side with Bruno on the left, which is interesting. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the case once the game starts, but it's going to be interesting. Lawrence, there you are with your name is in green and the United Community Channel badge beside it. That's what the channel members get. Said to myself, it was about time I joined. There you go. There you go. Fair play. I appreciate the support. And like I said, guys, the first members only video went up today. So any of the members who haven't watched it, go check it out. It's start, sub, sell. Who do you start, who do you sub, and who do you sell? Rooney, Drogba, and Henry. And it was a bloody hard one, so it was. A bloody hard one. Patrick says, have you seen the new Villa badge? I know they want to play like City, but making the badge look similar is odd. It's just all the modern way of doing it really now, isn't it? Let me put it this way to you. Would ye be upset if Manchester United ever changed their badge? You know, if they modernised the badge. Because it's basically been the same since I can remember anyway. Chris says, next one, interactive. Well, Chris, in relation to making the member videos interactive, it's quite hard to get everybody together. You know, the fact that I think there's only 4 or 5 actual members if I did do an interactive members only video, we'd only have maybe 2 or 3 in on it. But once the membership does start to grow, then that's certainly something that I'm going to look into. And I'm going to do a lot more. Like, I could have maybe a pre-recorded one like that, and then you get a second video in the week then as an interactive one. But certainly once the membership grows on YouTube, that's definitely something I'm going to be doing. I have the radiator turned on in here. Jesus, give me a second. Leave it on, just turn it down. Sweating balls in here, man. But yeah, get your score predictions in, guys. Bit of spam in the chat there. I need to get some moderators set up. Cooper says, can I be an unofficial member? You certainly can, my friend. You certainly can. Chris says, let's put us up in a Zoom video. Yeah, something we could do. We'd maybe look at doing maybe an interactive podcast or something like that as well. That's something you wanted to do down the line. I'm open to suggestions, guys. What channel is it on, says Orange? So it's on Sky Sports. Sky Sports. These aero bubbles are absolutely unbelievable. They're unbelievable. Can't stop eating them. Ready to rock. Let's get the timer up and running. By the way, as well, guys, finally, before we start, anybody watching on TikTok, we're live on YouTube as well with the full experience over there. We've got the starting 11 on the screen. We've got the timer and the scoreboard over here. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Head over there, join the chat. Tends to be a lot quieter over there, although it's starting to get busy as the weeks go on. But yeah, we're live on YouTube over there. If you want to check us out, hit the subscribe button. So here we go. Right, I'll try and limit the amount of aero bubbles I eat, because I have to commentate on the game for you now, don't I? Great to see so many people in as well, guys, on YouTube. Please smash a like on the video, like I said, if you haven't already done so. Lovely first touch out of Martial to settle into the game nice and early. My score prediction, guys, I'm going to go 1-0 to Manchester United. I think it's going to be a close game. But let's see what happens. So United keeping possession here since the kickoff. In the back line, Dubravka's after getting a couple of touches. Maguire, Lindelof, Delo, Malacia. So it is Fred and McTominay that are basically both sitting. They're both very close to one another, and Donny is just ahead of them. I haven't got a chance to see the forward line yet to see what way we're actually lined up. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's Bruno Fernandes on the right hand side again. So that obviously means then that Rashford is going to be on the left and Martial through the middle. So Fernandes does really well there to win a goal kick. But yeah. Sully is in and says, if Van de Beek doesn't put in a performance tonight, he never will. I agree. Chris says, how's the UCC team doing? I done a stream. When was it? Tuesday night, I think. Because I got a capture card, so I've been using a sharing app on the laptop that shares my PlayStation screen to my but it tends to glitch a lot. So I got a capture card. I spent €120 on it and got all of the accessories and everything with it. It cost me 150 quid in total. But for some reason, I don't think I had the settings set right. So it was glitching really bad. So I had to end it. But I played 2 games. I won one in the league. We actually bet Preston North End, who were top of the table. So we beat them. And then we played Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. And Arsenal went 1-0 up. And then we got back to 1-1. Long story short, Arsenal went on to win 5-3 in the end. But I'm going to be back. Might actually do one tomorrow night. If not tomorrow, we'll be back next week for it. But yeah. It was a great win in the league against Preston North End. Oh! Header back to the goalkeeper by Villa there, and it was nearly a bit short, and Martial was sniffing around trying to get in on the end of it. It's been a positive start out of United, you'd have to say. And the ball bounces inside the keeper's area, but he doesn't want to come off his line, Olsen. He looks a bit nervous, and eventually the header goes back to him. But United are pressing high here with Rashford, Malacia on the left-hand side, even Scott McTominay, and they do well to win a throw high up the field there. It's good pressure by United, you'd have to say. Dean says, what station is the game on in Ireland? It's on Sky Sports, Dean. Sky Sports. We need news on Sancho, says Chris. Yeah, I mean, Ten Hag said in his interview that he's ill, but he's been ill for a fucking long time. So I don't know. Is it a cover story just to leave him out? I don't know. To be quite honest with you, there's something not right. Harry Maguire steps out and again gives away a free kick needlessly. Who's staying up in the League of Ireland Premier Division tomorrow night? UCD or Waterford? I don't really know, Alex, to be honest with you. I haven't been following it an awful lot. Sully says, I used to have a HD PVR to record Modern Warfare 2 years ago. It took me ages to set up properly. Yeah, it is. It takes a while to set up, but I've done a couple of dummy runs and I've streamed on YouTube privately so no one can see it, and it seems to have worked out nice. So I might do, I am obsessed with Modern Warfare 2 at the moment, the new one. Multiplayer, team deathmatch, domination. So anytime I'm playing that, I might just go live. Now that'd be at a drop of a hat. You won't have any notice of me going live. But yeah, I'm loving Modern Warfare 2 at the moment. I'm looking forward to Warzone coming out next Friday, is it, I think? Cooper has exams next week. Best of luck with him, Cooper. Chris has been worried about my play for UCC. Chris, don't worry. You've been absolutely dominating the centre of the park. Yourself and Carlos centre back, and yourself centre midfield. You're keeping Jimmy Garner out of a place. Signed him from Man United, and you're keeping him out of the team. So you're all right. Don't be worrying. Aisha says, is Fernandez available, guys? He is. He's starting on the right side, so he is. So good to see Ashley Old back at Old Trafford. Wasn't best player, scored some good goals, though. Yeah, absolutely. Good pro, you'd have to say. Didn't like his diving, but a good pro. Good pro. Does anyone know how good young... Anyone know a good young striker that's decent overall, says Leonardo? I'll leave that one to the chat. Do you play Ultimate Team, says Aaron? No, I don't, Aaron. The reason why I don't is because... Not that I'm... My interest in FIFA isn't huge. I like it. I like playing career mode. And I'm not good enough to play Ultimate Team. I haven't... And to be honest, I think it just costs too much money, if I'm being totally honest. I can't justify paying all of that money for something I'm not massively interested in, you know. Chris says, should I wait for Warzone? I don't know. Is Warzone free? I don't know. Or do you have to pay for it? It depends what you like. If you like Warzone, then wait for it. But if you like multiplayer and team deathmatch and domination and search and destroy and all that, it's a really, really good multiplayer, I think. I have to say, it's probably my favourite since Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was pretty yummy. There's 3. Oh, Malacia with a lovely ball. Comes all the way to Fernandez. Oh, Olsen is all the way out and has to put it for a corner. And that Olsen is looking dodgy in that goal. Lovely ball by Malacia through the back four. Halfway through the back four and the keeper. Keeper kind of half comes, half stays, then goes and it goes past him. And Fernandez is coming onto it on the far side. And the keeper has to slide in and put it out for a corner. Good positive play by United there. 8 minutes in. And Fernandez is going to swing in the corner here. Takes a shot, goes out to Rashford. Training ground routine. Back post. Harry Maguire. Malacia back across. Goes out for a goal kick. Poor game back across. Poor ball back across. Chris says, good young striker, Jonathan David. There we go. Cooper says, I've got FIFA 09 to FIFA 22. Chris says, can I say I never played Call of Duty? Wow. Chris, Call of Duty is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Well, look, it's all down to what everyone likes. I'm not a big gamer. But I always liked FIFA and Call of Duty. But Call of Duty has remained. FIFA has kind of died off a little bit because I just think they're all the same. And Call of Duty just for me is the game. It's the game. Really is. Anyone ever wants to play with me, let me know and we'll have a game. Really positive by United here. Here's Malacia now. Gets it wide to Rashford. Oh, lovely ball back to Malacia. He gets to the end line and wins a corner. Very good play out United here. I have to say, they've looked very well. And Malacia and Rashford are linking up quite well in the opening 9.5 minutes or so here. Lovely run out of Malacia. Plays the ball wide to Rashford, but doesn't stop. And goes shallow, goes inside. Gets to the end line and it's a good block by Ashley Young in the end. But United win another corner here. And United knocking on the door, you'd have to say. We do have a big team out tonight. That's one thing I would say. Corner now. Cleared at the near post. Poor enough corner. But we do have a big enough team out tonight. You know, Maguire, Lindelof, even Rashford, McTominay, Delot, all big players, you know. Fernandez with a switch. Oh, Rashford has acres of space. Oh, he's offside. His first touch was poor as well, though. But good play. Ben says, Chris, you've not lived. Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a good one. I played one of the old Assassin's Creed. Was it not the last one, the one before? And I really enjoyed it. Aaron says, I'll give you a game of FIFA if you want. I'm terrible. I'm so bad at FIFA, lads. Have you seen any of the career mode games? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should just give up on FIFA and we'll turn this into a United Community Call of Duty channel. User is in. He's a United fan from Ghana. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Michael is in and says, United so strong at home this season. Yeah, I'd agree. Again, Michael. Oh, no, ref! Oh, Malacia wins a lovely ball. Lovely tackle. And Bruno Fernandes is in. But the referee blows for a foul. And the ball is there to be won. He actually didn't win it. Now that I see it. Whoops. Chris says, McMuffin jersey getting pulled. Blow the whistle on the corner. There you go. Patrick says, never got into Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed. GTA and FIFA for me. Yeah, GTA is pretty unbelievable. I don't know when the new one is coming out. Is it next year or the year after? I'm not sure. Harry. Don't be giving us the jitteries there now. Craig, thanks for the gift, man. Really appreciate it. United fan from the Cayman Islands says, I'm an island boy. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Michael says, so Southgate said Maguire is England's best centre-back. If that's the case, England are fucked. Ben says FIFA and Call of Duty for me, and weekend Fortnite with the little one. There you go. That's the way to do it. But United are well in control of this game. I don't want to jinx it now or anything, but we've by far been the better team here. Oh, Martial is just offside. Patrick says it's coming out next year for about 5 years, so probably never. Yeah, probably. Joshua says, James or Delo? This season I would probably go with Delo, but overall I think James is probably a better fullback. He has more strings to his bow, but I mean, I would put Delo up there, the top 2 or 3 right backs in the league so far this season. I really would. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. I really have. Oh, Donny with a smashing tackle. Come on, Donny, that's the way. And look, that's what Roy Keane says, doesn't he? He says, sometimes when they're not playing well, I think I'll just go and smash into someone. And Donny goes in and absolutely lambasts one of the Everton players. He's never winning the ball. And, he just gives him a good solid one. I like that, Donny. I like that. Aaron says you can see the flow of play slowly coming together. You can. And it's good to see that, we're going in the right direction. It's attractive football. It's the way it should be done. Craig says, glad Madison got a call up. Wouldn't mind him at United instead of Donny van de Beek. I reckon a lot of clubs are going to be in for him in the summer. One player that you would take from Chelsea. One player that I would take from Chelsea. Oh, man. Who takes the penalties for him, that lad? No. Who would I take from Chelsea? That's a really good question. That's a really, really good question. I'd probably take one of the centre midfielders. Probably Mason Mount or, not Kovacic, the other one. Jorginho, says Islandby. That's the lad I was trying to remember. Yeah, I'd probably take Jorginho. Either Jorginho, Mount, or probably James. Shane says, saying Ronaldo has illness before a World Cup is like us pulling a sickie in work after a session. And it's always on a Monday, ain't it? It's always a Monday. I can't come in today, I'm sick. I've been on the beer for 3 days. Obflex says, we don't want to see your face. Then fuck right off. See that with your thumb and just go on to the next one. Are you watching the game? I certainly am. It's on here in front of me. United have been doing well. They've been bossing it. But again, it's back to what we've said before. We've been creating a lot of chances. We haven't taken any yet. And that's been the issue this season so far. And the longer that goes on throughout the game, the more confidence your opponents are going to take. Who's going to be the top goal scorer in the World Cup? Don't know. Really don't. Mbappe. I don't think Kane will be far off it. Here's Aston Villa coming down the right-hand side now. But again, United's shape is quite well. They're slowing down Aston Villa's counter-attacks a lot. Well, not a lot. Any time they've done it, which has only been a few times, but it's been impressive. Aston Villa are kind of running into dead ends. United have their shape held quite well, and they're making Villa, keep the ball as much as possible, kind of turn back. But here's Young coming down the right-hand side here now. And United win it back really well. They're pressing really well, I have to say. Here's Fred now. Nah, he's offside. He's offside, surely. Rashford is in here. Yeah, he's offside. Whistle blows. We ended up scoring, but you could see Fred left it too long to make the pass. And Rashford timed his run perfectly, but Fred never released it early enough. He takes probably, let's see, two. Takes 2 extra touches when he shouldn't have. He had the ball out of his body and just bang, just let it go. And United were in. Rashford was in, squared to Bruno Fernandes and a tap in. But look, it's positive out United. It's good. We've had the ball in the net now so far. So yeah. Ben says, don't know why, but I don't like Bruno on the right. Yeah, do you know what I think it is, Ben? And I've been thinking about that the last few games that he's been playing out there. And I think when Bruno plays on the right-hand side, it's a set position with set instructions in a set formation. Whereas I think when Bruno plays through the centre, he nearly has a license just to roam free. You see Bruno popping up everywhere. And I think that's his game. You know, he likes to go and get the ball and get involved in it and, you know, try and make things happen. And every team needs one of them, you know. So I think that's probably why we're looking at Bruno now the last few games playing on the right and saying, he looks a bit hamstrung there, doesn't he? Like his hands are tied behind his back. So yeah. Great to see so many people in though, guys. Keep smashing the like button for us. We're closing in on 10,000 likes on TikTok, which is great to see. We're aiming for 30,000 likes tonight, so keep tapping that screen if you can. And if you're new, make sure you hit the follow button. We are on the road to 20,000 followers. We're a little bit over 500 away, which is great. We're going to be doing, obviously, all the Manchester United watch-alongs, daily Manchester United content, and we're doing an awful lot of watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So make sure you hit the follow button if you're new. I do appreciate it. And if you want the full experience, like I said, we're live over on YouTube as well at the moment. We've got the starting 11, the scoreboard, the timer, all that good stuff. Link is on my homepage if you want to go to YouTube, or just search United Community Channel. We're live over there as well. Hit the subscribe button. We're closing in on 2,000 subscribers on YouTube as well, which is great to see. So I really appreciate it. Cooper says, I'm so glad I joined the United Community Channel. There you go, pal. Appreciate it. But Villa coming into the game a little bit the last couple of minutes here. They've had a couple of attacks and they're looking a little bit more settled on the ball. United maybe just taking a breather after the opening 20 minutes of intense attacking and also intense pressing when Villa have the ball. So, yeah. Oshin is in and said, how's things? How's the game going? Haven't missed much. You haven't missed an awful lot, to be honest, Oshin. But United have been well on top. They've been playing quite well. But again, back to what we've said an awful lot. We've created a good few chances, but we haven't taken any of them yet. Bruno Fernandes with a deep ball into the box. It goes all the way out the back to Malacia, who keeps it in well. Rashford is coming onto it here. Squares it to McTominay, who tries to slip one in, but Aston Villa clear the line. Comes all the way back to Harry Maguire. Louis says, who's playing better? United have been by far the better team so far. But we just haven't taken our chances, which is the story of our season so far, really, you would have to say. Aaron says, Maguire will be top scorer. Southgate will play him and Kane up front. But yeah. Lindelof trying to play a ball in for Fernandes, but it goes all the way back to the keeper. Kazman says, no ice cream lady at this time. Nah, man. It's pitch dark here. Ice cream man is at home, counting his money. Cooper says, I have a fridge magnet of Ashley Young. There we go. Villa go long here. Maguire with a good header away. Eventually comes to Bruno. Oh, good switch by Bruno to Rashford on the left-hand side. Goes up against Ashley Young here. Oh, Malacia with a lovely overlapping run. Cross in. Delo with the header. Oh, just over the bar. Looking for a corner. Did we get one? Yeah, we got a corner. Great play by United there. Bruno with a lovely diagonal ball cross field. And Malacia is gone. As soon as Rashford gets the ball, Malacia is gone. Out around the outside. Rashford times the pass really well. And with Malacia's cross, Ashley Young actually gets a touch on it. It goes up in the air. And Delo gets a header at the back post. And one of the Aston Villa defenders gets a block with his head on it. It just goes over the bar for corner. But good play by United. Good play. Corner now taken short. Comes back to Fred. Bruno gets it back to Martial. Martial's going to run at Ashley Young here. Tries to get Donny in, but Villa cleared their lines. I mean, these short corners, don't know if I'm a big fan of them. Now, it's so clear that they've been worked on in training throughout the week. I just don't know if I'm a big fan of it, especially when you have big players on the team and a relatively big starting 11 out there. Just get the ball into the box. You know what I mean? Just get it into the box. Israel says, can't you show the game? I can't show the game, guys, because if I do, one person reports it and then my whole channel gets shut down due to copyright issues. So we're just doing a watch along. Here's Martial now on the left-hand side. United keeping possession quite well, you'd have to say. Making Villa really work for it. Opinions on Liverpool. I know you don't support, but just say opinions on Liverpool. I mean, look, they're having a horrible season so far. Look, they'll come back. They will come back. They'll be challenging for top four. Absolutely, they'll be challenging for top four. And I mean, they're you know, their club is up for sale now. Not maybe all of it, but you know, their current owners are looking to sell, you know, a stake in it, and I think that's a very, very, very positive thing for Liverpool. They're going to get a huge influx of money if they get new owners. You know, huge investment into the club, and here's United, still trying to get our owners out, still trying to sell our club, still lingering around with the same bullshit all the time. So I think, you know, if I was a Liverpool fan talking about this season, obviously it's not the most positive season, and talking about your potential new owners coming in, I think it's a great thing. I really do. Seamus is in, says, evening lads, hopefully Martial can get one for us this evening. Yeah, hopefully Seamus. Oshin says, you better finish those potatoes tonight. I'm going to eat every one of them. I'm going to lick the inside of the bag. Fearless, thanks for the gifts on TikTok, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Football Edit says, you're going to have your halftime potatoes. I certainly am, my friend. Certainly am. Here's Ashley Young coming up the right-hand side now. And Villa have numbers forward here. But Rashford does really well to track back and get goal side. Who's the best player so far? Bruno's been good. Did you know who's been the best player so far? Is probably Malacia. Kevin, watching from Uganda. Thanks for joining us, pal. User says Martial will go off injured at half time. Please, God, don't. Jesus, please, God, don't. Irish lad says, better captain, Young or Maguire? I refuse to answer that question. Oh, that's a hard one. Ashley Young. Ben says, tell you what, we all call Maguire, including me. Did you see his penalty he scored for England against Italy? He should take penalties when on the pitch. It was an unbelievable penalty. Right in the top bin. Paul says, get into the box or take pot shots instead of trying to walk it into the net. Yeah, I agree. And Ash is in and says, hopefully be a better result than the weekend. Hope so, Ash. Hope so. Gingerbread Man is watching right now. Huh? Where are you? Score prediction for the match. I'm going 1-0 to United. Said it at the start. And keep that. Cooper says our keeper is a bit suspect. Delo gave him a really difficult ball. And I thought he kept his composure quite well, to be honest with you. Donny is doing okay as well, I have to say. He's doing the simple thing. Just trying these little 1-2s. And then Fred gives it away. But Donny's been doing okay. I mean, Donny just reminds me. You know what he reminds me of? Do you ever see like an under 13 team who are stuck for, or sorry, say an under 15 team that are stuck for players, and they bring up an under 13 player just because he's available, not because he's good enough to play, and he just kind of runs around going, what do I do here? What do I do here? You know, that just, it just, confidence. That's what Donny reminds me of. You know? He's trying too hard, says Milo. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he's just not good enough. Maybe. Anyway, corner to Aston Villa here, right on the half hour mark. You gonna take it or what? Oh, great ball in under the post. Oh, and McTominay heads it off the line. That ball was going straight in from the corner, but I think the Bravka would have had it covered. But McTominay takes charge of the situation and just heads it directly off the line. Great defensive header by McTominay there. Here's Ashley Young now with a strike from outside the box. Gets blocked again by McTominay. But Aston Villa keep possession. Yeah, Aston Villa keep possession. They go all the way back to their defence. And they're kind of playing their way into the game. Here's Danny Ings now. Gets to the end line. And Delo does really well. But it's another corner to Aston Villa here. Oh, the corner was just absolute unreal delivery. In underneath the post. In underneath the crossbar. And now Dubravka would have had it. But McTominay has taken no chances. He didn't know whether Dubravka was behind him or not. Really, really good defensive header by Scotty Too Hotty. What's the delay on these corners? Oh, he hasn't got a ball. That would usually do it, I suppose. Patrick says, there's only one London club left in the Carabao Cup, Charlton Athletic. There you go. There you go. Corner now about to be swung in here. Oh, and again, a great header again by McTominay. And Ashley Young with a volley from outside the box hits it over the bar. McTominay is, you know, it's one of them areas of his game that, you know, you can justify putting him into a team for, is to win them headers. Because he is very good in the air, I have to say. Who do you want United to sign in January, says Brandino. Well, a striker more than anything. You know, I would take Gakpo, I would take Ivan Toney, I would take... What's the chap from Juventus? Vahalovic, is it? But it's not easy to buy in January, that's the thing. We need a striker, we need another right back, we need another centre back, and we need another centre midfielder. Now, we're not going to get all of them in January. That's you know, that you'll be talking that now for, the end of the summer transfer window. You off? Oshin says, was it only until Christmas we got the Bravka, or a season long? I think it was a season long loan. People in the chat will clarify that for you if I'm wrong though. Milo says, Casemiro can't do anything. What? If that's a one-off statement, it's the worst statement I've ever heard. Craig says, the only position we need to be going for in January is a class striker. There you go. But that's what I'm worried about though, Craig. And I've said it a few times on a few of the videos. A world-class striker is hard to get in January. Nearly impossible. Because what club are going to let a world-class striker leave? Now, do we try and keep Ronaldo for the remainder of the season and go for a world-class striker in the summer? Or, this is what I'm worried about, if we let Ronaldo go and we go for a striker and we can't get a world-class striker in and we go for a second-rate one who turns out to be only okay, that's my worry, So, if we can't get a striker in January that would be potentially our number 9 for the next 5 to 10 years, if we can't get them in January, then I'm okay to wait, And if we miss out on top 4, we miss out on top 4. But the long-term project has to take precedent here. It really does. See, Pints is in and says, stick Garnacho in, give him a proper run. Yeah. But, look, he'll get plenty of game time, I think. I think he's already ahead of the pecking order. In my opinion, I think he's ahead of Elanga already in the pecking order. And Jadon Sancho isn't ripping up trees either, so... Malacia doing really well at left back, I have to say, both going forward and defending. Murphy's Law said, did you see what Rio said about Mbappe? I didn't. Let us know in the chat there. What did he say? Delo with a great defensive header away. Comes all the way back to Dubravka in the end. Paul says, do you think the team plays better when Ronnie is not playing? Unfortunately, yes, I do. Craig says, actually, I have to agree with that. If we can't full send on a world class, then waiting is the best. Yeah, I think that's the right way to go, Craig. I really do. Callum says, I think Ronaldo is the best player on Manchester United. I don't. I really don't. Ben agrees with Paul there, thinks we play better without Ronaldo. Oshin says, you'll pay the United premium for any striker, first or second class in January. Need to be very careful. I like Igbalo, gave his all. Well, now here's Rashford now, trying to open his body for a strike, but keeps getting closed down. Comes left here to Fred, who tries a cross, but it goes out for a goal kick. Fucking Fred. I like Igbalo, gave his all, Igalo gave his all, but we can't risk another signing like him. Yeah, absolutely. I agree, Oshin. I agree. We need to get the next 2 to 3 transfer windows. Sorry, I'm going to put 4 transfer windows. So, January, summer, the next 4. Oh, here's United now. Fernandez with a back heel. There's no need to be back heeling there. But we need to get the next 4 transfer windows as close to perfect as possible. To give ourselves the best opportunity. We can't afford to be wasting time on second-rate signings. And going in for a Rabiot or an Arnautovic, these fucking signings, we can't afford to do that. Now, eventually we got every signing we made in the summer has turned out to be a very good one. You know, so I do trust the manager on who he wants. And who's to say Rabiot or Arnautovic wouldn't have been good for Manchester United and Ten Hag would have got something out of him. But I don't think there would be long-term options, you know. Although Victor Osimhen could be a good buy, but would Napoli sell in January? I don't think so. I really don't. They're ripping it up at the moment. Free kick to United here now. Rashford standing over it. Here he comes. Into the wall. Comes to Fred now on the left-hand side. Going to cross the ball in. Goes to McTominay at the back. Heads it back across. And he's offside. He's offside. Murphy's Law says, a clip which began, Kylian, we talk a lot. Oh, so Rio Ferdinand says he talks to Kylian Mbappe a lot. I'm going to throw a spanner in the works here, Murphy's. I don't want Kylian Mbappe. I really don't. Unless he has a major attitude change to what he currently has at PSG. I don't want him anywhere near our football club. I really don't. Now maybe I'm on my own in that one, but just looking at the power that he got at PSG, it's after going to his head very quickly. He's after falling out with a lot of his teammates, you know, thinking he's better than them, and he's wanting to pick the team, and he wants certain players in and certain players out. I don't want that type of player in my squad, you know. And I don't think that kind of mentality is very easily overturned. That would be my issue with Mbappe. Let me know what you think, though. Free kick to Aston Villa now, out on the sideline in a good position. Good chance to get it into the box here, but they go short with it. United win a free out and the ball doesn't even come in. I don't know what happened there. Oh yeah, Lindelof is blocked from making his run, so it's a free out, and rightly so. Ben says, I'm the same, keep him away. I said same about Neymar as well. Oshin said Mbappe is trouble. Murphy says he's trying to convince him to join United, but he's already supposed to be linked with a Real Madrid deal. Yeah, and I don't know about that Real Madrid deal, to be honest with you, because by all accounts, their president, Florentino Perez, really doesn't like him anymore after he basically stiffed him the last time. Like, Real Madrid were basically... He basically agreed to join Real Madrid unofficially and then reneged at the 11th hour and signed a new deal with PSG. And Florentino Perez basically said, I can never forgive him because of it. So it'll be interesting to see whether they do go back in for him or not. Patrick says, Mbappe is a fraud on £1 million a week. He's been caught out in a proper league, bit like Donny has been. Cooper says, once I played FIFA, I put Mbappe as keeper and the game was mad. Paul says, is Anthony on the bench? No, he's still carrying an injury, Paul. Kevin says, totally agree, Mbappe is such a young talent but rubbish attitude. And Twigs is in, says, what's the crack, lad? Yeah. Milo says, we need Bazunu when De Gea retires. And Dave says, hoping to see Pelestri at some stage. Not with only a few minutes to go. Yeah, I'd like to see him too, absolutely. And, oh, lovely ball. Martial is in. No, he's offside. Just hit 10,000 likes, says Callum. Appreciate it, guys. Keep tapping that screen for me. As you know, it helps the channel out an awful lot. Gets more people into the chat. Keep tapping the screen. And if you're new to the YouTube or the TikTok channel, guys, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content. We do all of the Manchester United watch-alongs throughout the season. And we're going to be doing a lot of watch-alongs throughout the World Cup as well. So make sure you hit the follow button so you don't miss out. Appreciate it. Patrick, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it, man. Paul says, really, did you not see the video of him jumping around when Brazil's squad was announced? I did. I don't know. There could be something going on in the background here that we don't know about. I don't know. I really don't. Harry Maguire gets a yellow card. For what? Diving in. Of course he does. Typical Maguire tackle there. Liam says, are you supporting any country in the World Cup? Where's me top? It's over here. Here we go. I'm gonna have. I don't know. I think I might have to do something. About the green screen though, because I'm pretty much invisible on YouTube because I use a green screen in the background. So I'm supporting Brazil if you don't know. Brazil. So yeah, that's who we're shouting for in the World Cup. Paul says probably been frozen out for a week or two for doing the spinny move. Could be, really could, yeah. Patrick, thanks for the gift again, really appreciate it. Patrick says, what's up, mate? Aren't able to watch the game today. How's it going? United are pretty much controlling the game. How is that free? United winning free here, but yeah, United have basically been controlling the game. But what have we been saying for the last few weeks? Basically, for the majority of the season, we're creating a nice amount of chances. Not taking them. That's been our issue. Milo says Argentina versus Portugal final. There we go. Could I have half-time Doritos, says Gingerbread Man. You can have whatever you want. I will not be eating Doritos. Free to United here. Out in the touchline. Good position here to get a good ball into the box. Going to be Bruno to swing it in now. Too close to the goalkeeper. He comes out and punches. United have to go all the way back to Dubravka, who in turn then kicks it long. Been impressed with Malassi on the left-hand side, I have to say. He's probably been our best player so far. Looked very lively and has been very good in defence as well. Patrick says, Tammy Abraham in January. Do you think Mourinho's going to sell us his top striker in January? I don't think so. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I'd be surprised if it happened. I would. United win another free here. Villa are starting to leave in a few challenges. Ref needs to get control of this game. Pat is in from the Man United agenda, says, get your boots, Jack. My granny could grab a brace at this stage. Absolutely. As well, guys, anyone who's watching, go over and give the guys on the Man United agenda a follow. They do some great content over there. I've been on with them a few times. Hopefully I can get back on with them again soon. But yeah, the Man United agenda, go over and give them a follow. It's a great United fan channel there as well. But yeah, I mean, Bruno, typical there now. Bruno Fernandes tries a quick free kick to catch the keeper off his line, but it didn't work out. Half time 0-0, guys. Half time whistle goes. It's been a positive first half. That's probably the best way of explaining it. It's been positive. Hasn't been anything spectacular. United have Craig, thanks for the gifts, man. United have basically dominated the first half, but again, we haven't taken our chances. We've created a few chances, but we haven't taken them. You know, yeah. It's time for the halftime potatoes. Let me go get them. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Here we go. Time for the half-time potatoes. Let's get it done, lads. Let's get it done. Didn't finish them on Sunday against Villa, and we ended up losing. So, they're all going to be finished today. And any of the King Crisp followers in the chat now, just go on off for a few minutes there, will you? Look, we already have it Rhea saying O'Donnell potatoes for me. Nah, lad. Look at that for a potato. Look at that. And then we can give you some ASMR. Is that what it is? AMSR? Oh, you can't beat them. You just cannot beat them. Twig says we lost the game because of you. They're a bit stale. No, they're not. Well, yeah, look. I mean, a timid enough first half by United. Like, it hasn't been anything special, but I mean, if we take it at face value, we dominate the first half. Create a few chances. Probably should have a goal. Although, even in saying that, I mean, there wasn't really a standout chance that you would say we should have scored there. But, I mean, it's going to be one of Ten Hag's biggest problems to solve. Because we're not scoring goals. We really aren't. MC said there's nothing in them bags. Well, to be honest with you, this one is pretty full. It's one of the fullest bags I've seen. We need a good young midfielder, says Vinny Boy. I don't think the midfield is our issue. We need an out and out 25 goal a season striker. You know, chances are being created. Like, if we had Ronaldo when he was 24, you know what I mean? Yeah, Ben says it. We need a 19-year-old Ronaldo. There you go. You know. Robert says, I'm flying home now for a bag of them and a golden crisp. Oh, man. Robert, get home, man. There's no place like home. Jock says, they have given the ball away over 60 times first half. It's not sharp enough to need second gear. Yeah. I'm going to turn up the... Listen to Peter Schmeichel there. Owen says Scott and Fred can't pass a ball forward. It's brutal, lad. Van de Beek with 3 touches, yeah. Now, empty. 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 So, it's not on me if we lose tonight now. The potatoes are empty. Lick it clean. Pizza Pundit for who? He's on Sky Sports tonight. Twigs. Aaron says, Jack, answer the phone. Ten Hag's ringing you to make you finish them potatoes. I got him here on the headset, though. Eric. Can't understand you, man. That Dutch accent is too strong. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I'm after finishing them. I can't have another bag. The missus will be given out to me. No, I'm not having another bag. Look, I have the Aeros here. I'll sort them out as well. Right, sound, right. Go on, best look for second half, right? Look. Sorted, lads. Sorted. Rebel says, how was Harry's a yellow and McGinn wasn't? Interesting there, Rebel. Yeah, I agree with you there. Let's see what people are saying on TikTok here. Shanaz says, I haven't even noticed Donny van de Beek on the pitch. Yeah, he's been poor again. Do you think they shouldn't make any changes now? Well, I think it's easier to make changes now because the players that you're looking to give a rest, right? There's now 45 minutes gone, so they would only be playing 45 minutes, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think this starting 11, this midfield in particular, is going to really win us the game, you know. Jock says it's sad. I actually like Donny, but he hasn't got United quality. I tend to agree with you. I have a feeling Solskjaer didn't even want Donny van de Beek. I have a feeling Donny van de Beek was bought as a kind of a... Jesus Christ, everyone is buying someone from that Ajax team that got to the Champions League final. Who can we get? Who's left? Donny. Yeah, we'll take him. You know. So, he only had 11 touches in the first half there. 11. Playing centre midfield. You know. Michael says, did you see the list of names Ranić wanted to sign? I seen something like that a few months ago, alright. And yeah, I would love to have Ranić still there though as a whatever it was he was going to be, a director of football or whatever it was, because he knows his stuff, you have to say. Twig says, could you imagine talking to Eric with a really strong country accent? How you getting on there, Eric there, bye? Are you coming for a few scoops? A few scoops and a bag of taters. And then I'll punch the head off ya. The first sub will tell a lot. How Ten Hag views the competition. Yeah, I agree, Oshin. Murphy says, what about Moussa Dembele? Do you think he could be a possibility? 62 goals in 156 games. He could be a possibility. I don't give a toss who we get. As long as the manager wants him, I'm alright with it. And I'll hang me hat on that. I'll hang me hat on this manager and say, right, well, if he goes down in a blaze of glory, I'll say, right, well, I supported him. You know what I mean? You know, even when all of the Arnautovic stuff came out in the summer, I was saying, oh, surely there's someone better, you know. But if it had gone through and had gone and said, all right, let's get behind it. Let's get behind it, you know. Still celebrate when he scores a goal, all that kind of things. Hope he does well, you know. He hasn't... I don't want to say this. Actually, I have to say it now. I don't want to say this sentence, but he hasn't got a transfer wrong yet. As of now. So, I shouldn't have said it, shouldn't I now? Leonardo says, I'm just about to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare at half time. What? We're not that boring, are we? Score is 0-0, guys. Half time. 0-0. Connor says, where are you from? I'm from Kilkenny, Connor. Who have we got on the bench, by the way? Shulatire, Martinez, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Ericsson, Palestri, Elanga, Garnacho, and De Gea. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Ericsson comes on. And probably Garnacho for Donny. And bring Bruno back into the middle, maybe. Yeah. That's what I'd be doing anyway. Alex, I'm not reading that message. Speak Dutch again, says Cooper. That's all it sounds like. It just sounds like people with phlegm in their throat. It's a cool language. But Liam says, have you changed your pre-match prediction? No, I'm still going with 1-0. Still going with 1-0. Paul says, with them subs, can't see where goals are there. Yeah, but if we can change the midfield and get on the ball more and start making better chances, then I think the goals will come. Martial can score, so can Rashford. You know. And Garnacho can score as well if you put him on. Now, he'll have to play on the right. Don't put Rashford on the right. You know. How long till second half? Also, Palestri on, says Alex. Yeah, I'd say we're only a minute or two away now. Twig says, I'd sign up. Twigs, man, come on. I can't read that out. Jason says, have you ever been to St. Kevin's in Tip? Soccer team. I think I've played against the St. Kevin's in soccer in Tipperary. I played down there once or twice, I think, yeah. What's the score? It's 0-0, guys. Half time. As well, anybody watching on YouTube as well, guys, if you want to become an official member of the YouTube channel, the link is in the description or it's pinned to the top of the chat. We've done our first members only video. It went up today and it was called Start, Sub, Sell, where we take 3 players in the same position and we decide whether they should start in your team, whether you'd sub them or whether you'd sell them. And we went with Rooney, Drogba and Henry. I'm not going to give it away what I went for, because if some of the members haven't watched it yet, I don't want to ruin it on them. But if it's something you think you'd be interested in, you get some extra perks, badge beside your name, extra emojis, chance to play games online with me as well. Link is in the description and it's pinned to the top of the chat. There's 3 different tiers. If it's something you think you'd be interested in, go and check it out. Donny van de Beek with 11 touches only, man. Oshin says, Wan-Bissaka apparently going back to Palace. Definitely need a right full. Put pressure on Delo. Yeah, absolutely. I think West Ham are interested in him as well. Cooper says, sign Dan James again. Oshin says, I like Dan James, but it was a decision making let him down. Bit of a headless chicken at times, yeah. Twig says, I might get you demonetized if I keep this shit up. Sorry. Liam says, 2 Mile Boris, St. Kevin's was Shane Long's first club. Not far from me. Yeah. Here's the funny story. I was in the nightclub in Kilkenny 10 years ago, I'd say. And Shane Long was in there. It was during the summer. And I was standing at the bar at the nightclub and he was standing right beside me. I went up to the bar. And he was right there and I said, oh, hey Shane, how's it going? How are you doing? And he turned around and said, well, Jack, how are you? I was like, what? How the fuck do you know me? And I know his friend. I was talking to his friend and he was standing beside him and I didn't realise it was him and he heard my name. So, which nightclub? Morrison's nightclub. It's not there anymore. I used to work there and I used to go there. But yeah. Just about ready to go, guys, for the second half. Let me get this timer up and running again. And again, anyone on TikTok, guys, if you do want the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well. We've got the starting 11 on the screen. We've got the timer and the scoreboard over here too. The full experience, landscape rather than portrait. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. If you do head over, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. But we're up and running here again. No changes. Aston Villa have a throw here around the halfway line. Twig says that's a very Irish story. Everyone knows everyone. They do, in fairness. Michael says that was some spot. It was some spot. Morrison's by. I used to love the venue and Nero's though when we first started going out. The venue used to be the place to go, man, in Kilkenny. It used to be deadly. Bring on the young Garnacho, says Murphy. Yeah, I'd bring him on. I'd bring him on for Donny, and I'd put Bruno back in the middle. So I would. Kay says, why are you drinking water? Where's the beer at? It's a school night, my friend. It's a school night. McSauce and Donny should come off now. Yeah. Do you change the whole midfield? You could, I suppose. You could change. You could bring on Casemiro, Ericsson and Garnacho. Put Bruno back in the middle. Michael says, do you remember Magnums? Oh, do I what? I used to love Magnums. I was on the dole at the time. Myself and all our mates in the middle of the recession. Magnums, 2010 I'd say. Oh, it used to be some spot. We used to go there on a Wednesday night when we get the dole. It was brilliant. And then we go on a Saturday night or a Friday. Oh, Villa are in. They're in here. He should score. 1-0 to Villa. Fucking Ollie Watkins again, by Jesus Christ. United get caught in the middle of the field, lose possession. Now, there was cause for a handball a minute ago, and they didn't get it. And the ball is played out to Villa's left-hand side, our right-hand side. I don't know, is Delort tucked in or has he gone up the field? He's a bit of both. He's a bit high and wide. Oh, he gets sucked into the centre midfield and leaves Ollie Watkins behind him. Now, Harry Maguire doesn't do him any favours either. He's tucked in really tight to fucking Lindelof as well. And Ollie Watkins is just standing there in acres of space. Lovely ball into him. He's away. Dubravka tries to save it. He chips it over him. 1-0 to Villa. Fucking typical, boy. That's what you get when Harry Maguire is playing at the back. Oh, here's Bruno in straight away now. Martial is squared. Yes! Yeah! Fucking great response there now. Great response out United. A lovely ball. It was Scott McTominay and Bruno makes a run from nowhere. A deep run and catches Villa out on the right hand side. And a lovely ball into him. And Martial, as soon as he sees Maguire, or as soon as he sees McTominay give the ball to Fernandes, he's gone. And he has the defence left for dead. Lovely square ball. Tap in. No, it was Delort. Lovely ball by Delort up to Bruno. Bruno with just a little square ball. Martial has a tap in at the back post. Martial is back. 1-1. Come on. Who's in the mud, David Rice? Come on now. There's Villa coming again now. Oh, Malacia does really well. And we have a game on our hands now. It's after fucking exploding into life here in the second half. Here's Donny now making a run up the right hand side. Go on to Don. "19 seconds after the restart we equalised. That's what you call a response. Here we go. Honda lads. Now we have a game, says Michael. Absolutely. United are back, says David Rice. There's a fucking fraud, if you've ever seen one. And you're a moderator in that fucking chat as well. What are you doing? You're supposed to be leading an example to all the people in the chat, man. Oh, we need to do the scoreboard. Shit. Keep forgetting to do that scoreboard, boy. Is there anyone know of a plug-in or anything I could get that would automatically do it on Streamlabs OBS? Because I don't. We have a game on our hands now. It's after bursting into life all of a sudden. So it is. Anyway. That's better. Better now. Well, I'd be pissed off if it was still 1-0, but... No foul now, Bruno. No foul. Well done. Well done. Go on, dig it out if he's keeping it there. Bruno, get up off the ground. Stop diving. Bruno's getting a yellow card here himself, and I don't know who it was, going head to head here. Yeah, we have a game on our hands here. But yeah, a yellow card for Douglas Luiz and for Bruno Fernandes. Going head to head. Handbags. Bunch of pussies. Cooper says if you put the collar up, we'll win. The collar only goes up when we're winning. Oh, here's Rashford. Can you square it? Oh, it's just too close to the goalkeeper. Villa were all over the place at the back. And United pressing high up the field now. Martial with the press. And ooh, squeaky bum there by Rashford. Just tries to dig across out to Martial, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. United doing well in possession. Here's Rashford coming again now. Ashley Young drags him down. That's surely a yellow card. Oh, Rashford stays up and a strike. Get out for a corner. Well done, Rashford. And it should be a yellow card for Ashley Young anyway. A prick. Never liked him. Yeah, he's getting one. Israel is watching live from Ghana. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. You're more than welcome. Patrick says Ricey's getting sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning. Corner now. Bruno's going to swing it in here. Outswinger. Oh, no one at the back post. Comes all the way out to Malacia. He's going to keep it in. Around to Fred. Now, Fred, just give it to someone else. That's it. Good fella. Cross now by Delort. It's headed away, but Maguire retrieves it. And Bruno between the two of them. Liam says, say all you want about Douglas Luiz. He's still dating Alicia Lehman. Is he dating her? Lucky bastard. 1-1 here. 1-1. Villa coming again here now. Watkins with a touchdown. Ings. United do well. Keep their shape well. And Donny tries to set away Rashford. But Villa get the ball back. Oh, Malacia gives away a free kick. 1-1 so far here. Dale with the super chat. 249. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Michael says, I want her calendar for Christmas. Don't worry. Give it a year or two. She'll be on Pornhub. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Villa now. Oh, they go with a quick free kick. United. Yeah. Bruno's on his toes, in fairness. Goes all the way back to Dubravka. Oh, McTominay with a ball trying to put Fred away. It is up the left-hand side. Just a little bit ahead of him. Morgan is in and he's watching live from Kenya. Thanks for joining, Morgan. Are you from London? I'm not. Dale with the super chat. Really appreciate it, pal. Fred does well. Oh no, he gives away a free kick. It's after calming down a touch since the 2 goals. Gavin said, I must admit Villa do look a lot better lately. They do. Watching from Leash, says Anto. Man, Anto, I'm married to a Leash woman. So I am. For me sins. And Gingerbread Man is watching from Poland. There we go. Where's the arrows, Pintsy? They're right here, Twigsy. I don't want to eat a full pack to myself, though. Or do I? Lovely bit of skill there by Scotty Too Hotty. Martial. Oh, that's a tackle from behind, ref. United win a free. 1-1, guys. It was a good tackle, but a lot of land is you can't tackle from behind. Pinchy the goat. Martial's making a lovely run. Last year I didn't pick him out. Oh! Is he on? No, he's off. Martin, thanks for the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. Absolute legend. So, can't stop eating these bloody aero bubbles. Irish lad says, hard to believe Fred is Brazilian. It is. Paddy says, what do you think about the English team? Wasn't too many surprises really, was there? No. Trent was probably the big one, whether he was going to go or not. Tyrone Mings coming on here as well. Jeez, I hate him. Ever since that tuffle he had with Ibrahimovic where he stood on his head. And then Zlatan gave him one of them into the mouth. Villa coming down the left-hand side here. Donny's been better the second half. Still not great though, but he's been better. I suppose it would be hard to be worse, really, wouldn't it? Oh, Jesus. Alright, good composure there out United. But Rashford has a poor first touch and gives away possession again. Garnacho's coming on. Here's Villa coming down the right-hand side first, though. Ashley Young with a lovely ball to the back post. And Delo scores an own goal. Of all the people you wouldn't think would score an own goal is him, the way he's playing. Oh, it's a lovely, lovely ball in. Ashley Young gets acres of space just to jog to the edge of the box. And is it Malacia? Is Malacia caught upfield? There's no sign of him there. Ashley Young right on the edge of the box. Deep cross into the back post. And the ball is headed back across by Bailey. And Delo just sticks his foot out to try and clear, and it just hits his shin guard and goes into the goal. 2-1 to fucking Villa. Jesus. Fuck. Dale, welcome to the members club. And he's entered as a club legend. And you are a legend. Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. New video has gone up today as well for all channel members, guys. Go and check it out on the membership page. Start, sub, sell. Let me just change this scoreboard, unfortunately. Villa 2-1 up here. Ericsson is on. And Alanga is on. And Bruno's gone back into the middle. Donny van de Beek is off. And I think Fred is off as well. So Alanga has gone to the right. With Bruno gone back into the middle. And then a straight swap then. Ericsson and Fred. Fair play to you, Dale. Absolute legend, man. Finally got the member thing to work. There you go. Anyone else who wants to join as an official member, guys, the link is on. Link is in the description. Or it's pinned to the top of the chat on the YouTube chat there as well. So go check it out. Anyone on TikTok, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the follow button. We do daily Manchester United content. All of the watch-alongs. All of the United watch-alongs throughout the season. And we're going to be doing a lot of watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So make sure you hit the follow button so you don't miss out. Really appreciate it. We're on the road to 20,000 followers, which is unbelievable. So I really appreciate it. Here's Villa coming again now, and they have numbers here. Although Dubravka's quick off his line, in fairness. Oh, lovely ball by Malacia. Rashford is onside. Get the ball down. Finish it. Oh, wide Rashford. Jesus Christ. You have to be finishing them. I mean, the ball is bobbling. Just get your first touch and kill it. It gives yourself an extra bit of time. But he lets it bounce once, twice, 3 times, and then hits it on a half volley. Oh, Rashford, kill the ball. And run, the ball is bouncing, so it's running too wide, and then he's trying to get his foot around it too much. I think it hits the post in the end. Skins the post, but it's a big chance there. Patrick says, hope that's the last we see of Donny van de Beek. Might be. Oh, here's Garnacho now. Lovely bit of skill. Who's gone off? There's Alanga. Bruno does well to win a corner. Who's gone off? I think is Martial gone off as well? Yeah, Martial has gone off, Van de Beek has gone off, and Fred has gone off for Alanga, Garnacho and Ericsson. Quick corner here. Ericsson squares it to Malacia, who has no real option. Has to go all the way back to Dubravka. And that's the problem you get with a bloody short corner. You know what I mean? And here's the Brav count the halfway line. Look, you're all over the place. Fucking short corners, boy. Get the ball into the box. And Harry Maguire, you big idiot, gives the ball away. Watkins coming down with it, opening up for a strike and hits it wide. And United are causing all their own fucking problems here. Ibra was a man for Ming, says Dale. Katie says, how Harry got England team is beyond me. And Paul says, Ten Hag knows more than we do, but at the same time, Ronnie and Anthony can't be dropped if we're struggling to score. Need him at least on the bench. Yep. And Ben says, problem with normal corner, never be the first man. I know. Time for potatoes. I can't do any more, lads. Oh, here's Ericsson. Oh, Rashford. Can he get on the end of it? Finish it. Yes! 2-2. Marcus Rashford. And it's a scrappy goal. It's a scrappy goal. But we'll take it. Rashford has gone into the number 9 spot since Martial has come off. And in fairness, he's looked dangerous. The ball comes to Malassi on the left-hand side. And in fairness to him, he's been putting good balls in over the top all game. Rashford gets a flick on. And Ericsson makes a lovely run. Big and strong. The ball comes across. And Mings is there. He's on it. But he slips. Ha! Delighted for you. He slips. And it comes to Rashford, takes one touch, digs it out of his body and buries it near post. 2-2. Game on again. Come on. We have a game this second half, lads, I'm telling you. I need to catch me a breath there now. My notepad is full of notes. Twig says 2-2 thriller against Villa. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Fuck off, we'll take it. I'll change the score, lads, yep. Fair play to you. I just get too excited when we score a goal that I forget to do it, you know. Anyway, 2-2, 22 minutes to go. We have a game on our hands here. So we do. Martin is after subscribing to the TikTok channel. I really appreciate it, Martin. You're more than welcome, pal. Thanks for your support, my friend. Here's Garnacho now, down the left. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Gets to the end line. Oh, keeps the ball in well. Oh, get into the tackle, Rashford. Ashley Young, or Marcus Rashford pulls out of a tackle with Ashley Young. Here's Rashford now, slips in. Bruno gets to the end line. Oh, Bruno, fucking they're queuing up. Delo was coming in at the back post, queuing up for it, and he tries to take the glory at an angle like that. He tries to find the net with that much space at the end line. Fucking hell, Bruno, come on, man. Gets it all wrong. Kate says there's no VAR in this game. Has one goal looked handball in the build-up. Yeah, there's no VAR in the Carabao Cup. I think only in the later stages, in like the quarter-final, semi-finals, finals, things like that. It's to make it fair on the lower teams. Like if you have a Middlesbrough versus Charlton Athletic, they're not going to have VAR. So I think it's just to make it fair. Whereas if you're going in the Premier League, you can have it in every one of them, you know. Martin says penos all day long. I think you could be right, Martin, but I still think there's going to be goals in this game. I really do. Dale says, when's the next podcast? Next podcast is Monday night, guys. We're going to be doing our kind of halfway mark on the season. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be kind of reviewing our start of season predictions and talking about other stuff and things like that as well. And so yeah, we're going to be doing that on Monday. So if anyone hasn't subscribed to the YouTube channel, guys, that's on TikTok. We go live with our podcasts as well. We live stream them on YouTube. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out on that, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're live over there at the moment as well. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Pick your 5 penalty takers, says Oshin. Bruno, Ericsson. Does Ericsson take him? Bruno, Rashford. You'd have to get Ericsson to take one. Garnacho. Alanga. I don't know. Does Delo take him? I don't know. Carl is in. Good to see you, Carl. Thanks for joining, pal. Patrick says, if we say players are awful, they usually bag a winner. Just saying. That Rashford is shit. I'd let Delo take one, says Dale. Yeah, I think Delo would probably have the calmness to take one. Here's Villa now on the edge of the box. Comes to Bailey. This lad is tricky. Tries a shot at the Bravka with an easy enough save. Yeah, so keep smashing the like button on TikTok as well, guys. We're aiming for 30,000 likes. I don't think we're going to get them at this stage, but let's go for 20,000. Let's see. Martin says, how happy are we for Ericsson, lads? Man was on the death's door 20 months ago, and next month he's in the World Cup. It's a great story, Martin, is it? Yeah, it really is. And I don't think any... I'm not football fan, because I'm sure Liverpool fans don't like him and things like that, but you know, any human being would see that as a great story, you know, and fair play to him. Lassie now gets a white to Garnacho. Acres of space to run into here. Jinkin and gets it to Rashford in the box. Oh, Rashford with a nutmeg. Can he finish? Oh, he's just shouldered off it by Ashley Young. It's good defending in the end. Comes out to Scotty too high on the edge of the box. Bruno tries to dink one over to Alanga. Just stupid pass out of Bruno. You know what I mean? And even Alanga's a young lad, and he's saying to Bruno, what the fuck did you put it in the air for? Anyway. Vito says, why would Liverpool fans not like Ericsson? Because he wears one of them. Ashley Young is coming off here. He's getting a standing ovation by the Old Trafford crowd, which is nice to see. He gives him the... Which is nice to see. Patrick saying, are you saying Liverpool fans are human now? True will hurt them, to be fair. Oh, Ericsson took a chance with that. The Bravka. Now clear your fucking lines now, lads. One sec, guys. Sorry about that, guys. The little, my little daughter's just after waking up there, so I had to send the wife up to her. Oh, comes to Bruno, strike! Oh, what a save by Olsen! Oh, Bruno has a lovely little 360 or a little 180 on the ball. Ball in by Malacia, comes all the way to Bruno at the back post. He swivels on it. It is close. It's not in the bottom corner, but it's a lovely, solid strike. Keeper does well to get down to it. He really does, have to say. Gavin says, oh no, baby crying, stop the game. She's okay. She's okay. She's teething at the moment. Maguire! Oh! Big slab head bite. That would have been a bullet of a goal. Bruno now, crossfield ball. United are piling under pressure here. Oh, if Maguire, in fairness, it was a great header out of Maguire, but it was just right at the keeper. If it had been a foot or two either side of him, he wouldn't have had a hope. Bruno now with a strike from outside the box. Comes to him a second time. And again, oh! Millimetres. United piling under pressure. Twigs. Here's Garnacho. Oh, comes to Elanga. Oh, have a go yourself, son. Oh, Olsen is all over the gaff here. Where's the ball? It's pinballing around. What are we doing? Come on. Malacia. Eriksson. Oh, squat into the box. Comes back out to Scott McTominay. Oh, he loses it. She's teething. Maguire. Oh, and here's Villa coming now. Oh, Delo is caught here. Here's Watkins. Oh, he takes a terrible touch and it goes into Dubravka's hands. This game is rocking at the moment. How many minutes left? We have just under 13 minutes to go. If you want the full experience, guys, go over to the YouTube channel. Link is on my homepage. We're live there as well. United Community Channel. We've got the scoreboard over here. And the timer and the starting 11. It's all kicking off. Go check it out over there as well and hit subscribe. This has been a brilliant second half. So it has. Oh, these Villa are all over the place. Bruno's in. Strike. Yes! Bruno and Villa are causing themselves massive problems here. And Bruno Fernandes and United finally take advantage of one of them. It's 3-2. Happy days. Come on out with that. And Villa are just all over the place. And yeah, let's bring on Tyrone Mings and shore it up. Me arse. Happy days. Ball played back to Olsen. He's had a shocker of a game. Tries to play the ball out to his centre back, but gives it to Garnacho. Garnacho gets it to Bruno. Bruno takes a shot. Tyrone Mings with a deflection into the other side of the goal. We'll take it. 3-2. Oh. There's the collar up. And I'll change the scoreboard in a second. Relax. Happy days. Come on. 3-2. 3-2. Come on now. Let's see this out. The collar is up. And the scoreboard is fixed. Brilliant. Ding. And members, have you got Bruno as a emoji? I don't know if you do. I can only put 4 up. I don't know if I put Bruno as one of them. Anyone who's watching on YouTube, guys, if you do want to become a member, an official member of the channel, the link is in the description and it's pinned to the top of the chat. You get a load of extra content. You get a badge beside your name. You get all the extra emojis, all of that good stuff as well. So if you want to become an official YouTube channel member, link is in the description. And the child stopped crying, says Martin. I muted her. The wife is up with her, so I'm good. It's been a blister in second half, lads. Really has. There it is. Ben has him up. Bruno. I knew I had Bruno in as an emoji on the for the YouTube members. But, yeah. This is, Oisín said it. I was just about to say it, Oisín. This is what happens when you have your half-time potatoes and you finish them. Now, look, nothing is over yet. Still 10 minutes to go. But I did say at 2-2, lads were saying straight to penalties. I did say I think there was going to be more goals in this game. Here's Villa coming down now. And United do need to be careful because we haven't got this game sewn up yet. Garnacho does really well. Oh, the pace to get up the line. Look at that for positive play out with Garnacho. Go on yourself, son. This will be some goal. Oh, and it's blocked at the last minute. Oh, what a positive run out of the kid. He plays a lovely little 1-2 with Malacia right down in our own corner. And the pace and positivity of him to take players on and beat them for pace and step over and jink and jive and then gets his shot away and you could see where he's trying to put it, but it just gets it just a slight deflection at the last minute. And the big man is coming on. Ten Hag is happy with a 3-2 win. Rashford is coming off. Casemiro is coming on. Carlos, welcome to the membership club, my friend. I see you've switched from TikTok to YouTube. You're more than welcome, man. You come in as an academy prospect. You're more than welcome. Welcome to the membership club. I really appreciate the support, my friend. Thanks a lot. Finally, Patrick says, finally got to put the collar up on my new jersey. It's not cursed. Get in there. Get in there. Happy days. Callum says nearly 17k likes. Really appreciate it, guys. Keep smashing the like button. Let's try to get to 20,000 before the end of the game. Ben says, it's good to see Rashford going to the World Cup. From an England standpoint, yes. But obviously, I'm not from England. So, for me, I want every Manchester United player not to go to the World Cup. You know what I mean? But obviously, I know as an English person, you want to see Rashford going, especially if you support Man United. But no, like when I see even with Varane, I was saying, like, oh, he's after getting an injury. You know, is it seeing him out of the World Cup and he could be back fresh for us then in, you know, January? That would have been the dream, you know. Twig says, everyone on TikTok went from TikTok to YouTube. It permanently changed my life. There you go. If you're watching us on TikTok, we're live on YouTube as well. The numbers are starting to increase. I really appreciate it though, guys. If you're new to the TikTok or to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel out an awful lot, as you know. We're on the road to 20,000 followers on TikTok and 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. The channel is growing and growing every week, and it's all down to you, so I really do appreciate it. We're after creating a great little small community here so far, and the atmosphere is good, and the banter is good as well. You know, we get the opposition fans, we get the Liverpool fans in, the City fans, the Chelsea fans, the Villa fans, but it's all a bit of light-hearted fun, so I really appreciate that as well. You take as much credit for that as I do. Bruno with a lovely crossfield ball to Garnacho and a beautiful first touch by the young lad. He step overs now, and this part of his game now, that's it. Just give it to someone else and maintain possession. That's it. Don't have to do it all. 21,000 likes, guys. You're absolute legends. Really appreciate it. Really do. Here's Garnacho down the left again. Oh, lovely bit of skill again, but Malacia has given him a hand down there. But McGinn comes away with the ball. Oh, Malacia does really well. I've been really impressed with Malacia tonight. He was probably one of the only positives in the first half. And here he's on the ball now again. Squares it to Bruno. Bruno gets it back to Garnacho, who's getting smothered out there. Needs a hand, boys. And Casemiro, that's surely a handball, yeah. But yeah. Twig says, Paul, thanks for the gift. Twig says, Almost every chat I typed is read out. Life is good. We better not get too many in or you're going to have to start paying for super chats. Murphy says he's going to be at the top in 5 years or less. I presume you're talking about Garnacho. Yeah, absolutely, man. Twig says, yo, 40 people here are on the way to fame, Jaggy boy. But it's been a very positive second half. Garnacho is down now with a bit of a knock, which is not nice to see. He's limping off, which is not a good sign. Is he coming off for... He's jogging now. He should be okay. Should be okay. Lindelof is coming off now. United looking to run down the clock here more than that, and I'd say. And Martinez is going to come on here. Aiden, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it. Callum says nearly 24,000 likes. Legends, guys. What's the scores? 3-2 to Manchester United. David says YouTube link. So the link is on my homepage, David. If you click on the link on my homepage, it gives you all of my social medias, and you can click the YouTube and it'll bring you straight to the YouTube channel. Or you can just go to YouTube and search United Community Channel as well. It'll pop up. You'll see us over there. Hit the subscribe button. Anyone else on TikTok, guys, if you want to check out the YouTube channel, great interaction going on over there as well. But yeah, 55 people in there as well. If you're new to the YouTube channel, guys, please hit the thumbs up button for me. And hit the subscribe button as well. As we know, it helps the channel out an awful lot. Daily Manchester United content. I'm starting to delve into YouTube Shorts a lot more as well, alongside TikTok. So getting a lot more content put up on YouTube as well. We do all of the watch-alongs, of course. So yeah, really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button for me on the road to 2,000. Here's McGinn now. Deep cross into the back post, but it goes out for a goal kick. How many minutes are left, says Kay? We have 2.5 minutes of normal time. And whatever's left then after that, whatever the referee decides to add on. Rashford gets man of the match, and I tell you, it's not a bad show. He's been pretty good today. Touches in the opposition's box, he's first. Possessions won in the final third, he's first. So he's been good. He's been good. What's the score, says Dermot? So it's 3-2 to United, guys. United are 3-2 up here. 2 minutes to go of normal time. Can you not put on super chats now, says Murphy's Law. You can't. Yeah, super chats are turned on. If that's something you want to do, you can click on the super chat on the bottom. They're there. Sully says, is Garnacho in the Argentina World Cup side? I wouldn't imagine so, but just haven't seen the squad. I actually haven't seen the Argentinian squad myself, to be honest. Oh, here's Scott McTominay. He's in now with a strike. Oh, he rattles the crossbar. Scotty, too high. What are you doing up there, man? And there's blood coming out of his nose. He's up so high. Lovely first time pass by Ericsson, and he turns on the half swivel and just unleashes one. He's kind of half falling, leaning back a little. He's trying to go for that far top corner and rattles the crossbar. Good effort. Good effort. Now you just need to keep possession now, and they're doing it quite well, I have to say. Here's Delon now. Cross into the box. Ericsson with a header. Oh, just over the bar. Just over the bar. And it's great play by United, you have to say. You know, the interlink, the little 1-2s, and Delon gets to the end line. Lovely little chip ball back, and Ericsson is coming in, and he's free with a header, but he just can't get up high enough to get the ball headed down, and it just goes over the bar. Great to see so many people in as well, guys. Like I said, if you're new here, make sure you hit the follow button on TikTok. And if you're new to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're on the way to 2,000 subscribers, which is great. United doing well now, just keeping possession, running down the clock, nothing too major, trying to get our high and wide players into high and wide. Oh, there! Scotty McHotty, or Scotty Too Hotty, gets the fourth. And Garnacho with his second assist of the game. And Scott McTominay puts the tie to rest. Happy days. And vengeance has been had. And it's a great goal. It really is a great goal. And Garnacho, I have to say, since he's come on, has changed the game. He has absolutely changed the game. And all of the players are around Garnacho, hugging him, giving him a tap on the head, high-fiving him. And it's brilliant. Casemiro gives a lovely ball out to Garnacho on the wing. Cuts inside. McTominay makes a run. And for an 18-year-old Garnacho to pick that pass out is absolutely unbelievable. What a ball. And Scott McTominay just stretches forward, gets a toe. Keeper is already committed. It's 4-2 and it's game over. Happy, happy days. Happy days. The substitutions have made a huge difference here. They really have. They really have. Happy days. Happy days. Let's go. And if there was ever anything that needed a follow or a subscribe on YouTube, it's that. Happy days. Happy days. We've been too good in the second half. I have to say, we've been absolutely brilliant in the second half. A game of two halves. Really has been. Game of two halves. And the substitutions have made a massive difference. You know, Bruno going into the middle for the while. I think he's back out on the right again for the last minute or two since Casemiro came on. Malacia has been brilliant. Eriksen has been brilliant. Garnacho has just been phenomenal since he came on. Game of two halves. Really is. Absolute game of two halves. Carol, thanks for the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. Martinez is getting a bit pissed off with that challenge there. The Argentinian, I'll give it to you. He wasn't happy at all. Bailey gets a yellow card for the challenge. Let's see it. Haven't seen the replay yet. Come on, let's see it. He's just pulling out of him, pulling and dragging out of him. Martinez ends up on top. And he says, you're going to do that to me. And Bailey, I tell you one thing, is lucky to get away with a yellow there. He puts the studs into Martinez's knee and gives him one. And I tell you, if VAR was in operation tonight, that could have been a different colour. Garnacho and Martinez are in the 28-man Argentina squad, says Liam. There we go. There we go. Murphy Law says, he's the new number 7 in my opinion. He's grown into prime Ronaldo. Lad, I tell you one thing. I think Garnacho is so suited to that number 9. There's a freeze after winning on the edge of the box. I'm close to giving him man of the match. He's been so good since he came on. He has to get that number 7 jersey. He has to get it. And if there's anything that he's... And you know, all of this contract talk is rumbling on. He's still waiting to sign a new contract and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I have a feeling he's waiting on Ronaldo to go. And if he goes in January, Garnacho will say, you give me that number 7 and I'll sign however long of a contract you want me to sign. Give it to him. Give it to the kid. Ronaldo got it at 18. Why can't this young lad get it? You know. He's absolutely brilliant. So he is. Shane O'Neill is in and says, good night, the races, men. Absolutely. Absolutely, Shane. Could get another one here. We're in a very good position. Lads, I'm so happy with Garnacho. I really am. Bruno now with a free. The keeper has to touch it over. And there it is. Final whistle. 4-2. United are back to winning ways. Happy days. Jeez, I nearly ended the stream there rather than end the timer. But United are back to winning ways, thankfully. Thankfully. And the collar is up. And it always is when we win. And when we're winning. Wesley says, good night from Kenya. I'm very happy. Wesley, so are we. Thanks a lot. And we hit the 30,000 likes, guys. Whoever's been hitting them buttons, tapping the screen is an absolute legend. But anyway, look, let's get into it in relation to match reaction. Talk about a game of two halves. An absolute game of two halves. We looked leggy in the first half. We looked flat. We lacked penetration. We lacked composure. Second half, and a couple of substitutions made. And it's going to be interesting when I do the player ratings now. But talk about a difference of mentality and a difference of appearance. You know, we just looked like a different team when the substitutions were made. Now, players of note in the first half that I thought were that played well. I thought Malacia, I thought, was brilliant in the first half. He was probably our best player in the first half, absolutely. So big ups to him. But let's start it. Dubravka in the goal made his debut. Now he'll be disappointed to concede two. But I don't think he done an awful lot wrong. There was a few balls that went back to him from the likes of Maguire and Deloa, I think at another stage gave him a really, really tricky ball. And he kept his composure, took his first touch, and if there was a pass on, he gave it. And if he had to clear it up the field, he cleared it up the field. You know, so I thought, you know, Villa scored 2 goals, and it was probably the only 2 chances they really had. So I'm going to give Dubravka just a standard 6. I don't think he done anything wrong, but on the flip side of it, he did concede 2 goals as well. If he hadn't conceded 2 goals, that 6 would probably be a 7 or an 8. Maybe not an 8, but maybe up to a 7, because he had a decent enough game. Deloa at right back probably wasn't his best game he's ever had, and not just because he scored an own goal. That was just a freak goal. It can happen to the best of us. It really can. I think he just looked a bit. I think he's desperate to have a rest. He really is. But he's not going to get one. It doesn't look like, because we're going to need him on Sunday again. And he's going straight to the World Cup then. But you know, he looks a bit tired. He looks a bit leggy. You can see, say, the high point of it was maybe the West Ham game where he was fantastic. And the last 3 games, he's been just that little bit off the mark. He wasn't poor today. He gets an average 6 from me. But yeah, I think he needs a rest. Malacia at left back, I thought was very, very good in the first half and in the second half. He defended very well. He got his tackles in. He linked up very well up the field. He's going to get a 7 because I thought he played very well. At the back, Lindelof and Maguire. I mean, it just brings you back to last year, really, doesn't it? I mean, they conceded 2 goals, and 2 goals that were probably avoidable. So I would put the majority of the blame on them 2 goals, probably on them. Let me see. Let me try and remember both goals. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't care. I mean, they're the 2 senior players in that defence playing alongside each other, and it just brings back too many memories of last year. So they both get a 5. In the midfield then, Fred was terrible. Was just terrible. And, you know, we say this about Fred when he's bad and we laugh about it, you know, because it's laughable at this stage. When he plays well, he plays really well, but when he plays bad, he plays really bad. And there's kind of no in between. So he gets a 5 from me. I thought he was quite poor, and rightly so. He was substituted. McTominay, I thought McTominay was okay. I thought his passing probably could have been better. His energy levels are good. I always say that about McTominay. Box to box, never any issues there. And, you know, will always give 100%, put a tackle in, all of that good stuff. So, and of course he got a goal as well. So I give him a 6.5, just slightly above average. And Donny van de Beek, Donny. We can't do any more for you, man. You You're just not taking your chances. 11 touches in the first half. The second lowest out of both teams. The only one to touch the ball less was Danny Ings, who's a striker, and you're playing centre midfield. Danny, I think your United career is getting is let me put it this way. You're not going to have a very long United career. And I have the utmost of time and respect for Danny. I don't think any United fan dislikes him. He's not taking his chances. He doesn't seem to be good enough. Whether it's confidence, whether it is actually quality, who knows. He was very, very poor today. A 4 for Danny. Up front then, we have Bruno Fernandes on the right. I thought Bruno... Again, Bruno is Bruno. He frustrates the life out of you sometimes. He does some things really well, does some things really poor. I think he's too isolated out on that right-hand side. I think he'd done a lot better for that 10 or 15 minutes when he went into the centre of the park. But he went back out onto the right just because Casemiro came in to shore up the game. And I think that's taken from his game a little bit, so I won't be too harsh on him, the fact that he's playing out on the right. I think he prefers to play through the middle, where he has that freedom, where he can go to the right, he can go to the left, he can go through the middle, he can drop off, he can go high, he can come low. You know, he has that kind of freedom to do what he wants when he's in the middle. So I'll just give him an average 6. Rashford on the right, or on the left. Rashford, I thought was very good today as well. Looked lively. We're seeing that Rashford that when he gets on the ball is going at defenders and looking to get strikes away and looking to get inside the box rather than just tippy-tappy and 1-2s. That's the kind of Rashford I like to see. And he done that tonight. So he gets an 8. He gets an 8. I give Rashford an 8. I think he got man of the match with Sky Sports as well. Anthony Martial through the middle. Look, first proper game back in a good few weeks. I thought he done okay. I thought he held the ball up a few times. He got his goal, which every striker is supposed to do, and he's in the right place at the right time. So I mean, not having an overly fantastic game and scoring a goal every game, I will take that if you're my striker, absolutely. So he gets a 7. Who else did we have then? We had substitutions changed the game. They really did. We'll start with, obviously, Martinez. He wasn't on for overly long, so I'm not going to give him a rating. Or Casemiro. Well, I could give Casemiro just an average 6. He was on for 10 minutes or so. He gets a 6. Ericsson, I thought, was very good when he came on. He gives us that composure when he's on the ball. And yeah, he gets a 7. I thought he was really good. Involved in an awful lot of the goals. In an awful lot of the attacks that we had in the second half as soon as he came on. Elanga was okay. I've said this multiple occasions. I don't think he's good enough for Manchester United. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything spectacular. Just an average 6 there. And Garnacho, what a player. What a player. He is going to be a superstar. If Manchester United do not get this young lad to sign a new contract, there's going to be absolute anarchy outside of Old Trafford. There really is. He's a superstar. He absolutely changed the game when he came on. He looks so positive, constantly looking to take on defenders, constantly looking to get into the box, create chances, get shots away. And for an 18-year-old to get 2 assists in a half an hour, and his second assist for Scott McTominay was the vision to pick out that pass is absolutely world class. He's going to be a superstar. Give him that number 7 jersey when Ronaldo leaves. Just give it to him because he deserves it. And a young lad at that age, I think he has the shoulders to carry it. Give him the jersey. Man of the match for me, Alejandro Garnacho. Absolutely fantastic. Ten Hag. We'll give Ten Hag a rating as well. I'll give Ten Hag a 7 tonight. He picked the team with the idea of giving players a rest, and that's completely fine in my book. But he made the right changes at the right time, and we went on and won the game because of it. So, Ten Hag is okay in my book. I love him. So, look, I think all round it's a positive night for Manchester United. We seen the team in the first half is not going to be our starting team. It's not going to be our starting 11 week in, week out. The second half team is more the kind of starting 11 that we're used to seeing and that we'll potentially see in the future. And that's what I'm judging this game on, and that's why I'm happy. You know, we're still short when it comes to depth within the squad, and I think that's why we seen the performance of the second half, of the first half, be so poor, because we're short in depth and quality. But all round, it's a good positive night. Players got rests, even though the likes of Casemiro came on, Martinez came on, they still got majority of the game, rested. So happy for that. But yeah, great night, great win, happy days. I'm going to put on Marcus Rashford is out talking here while we're signing off. But yeah, game of two halves. I mean, let's go through some of the comments before we head off, guys. Messi dreams of being as good as Garnacho, says Cottle. Watch us draw City now in the next round. We could very well draw City, you'd never know. And if we do you know what? Bring them on. I don't care, because all that matters is we're going in the right direction. And if we don't win a trophy this year, the likes of a Carabao Cup, because we're not going to win the league, we have a chance of winning the Europa League, albeit a slim chance. So the Carabao Cup and potentially the FA Cup are going to be what United are looking at. And I'm okay with winning them competitions. And I'm okay with not winning them either. I'm okay with finishing this season without a trophy, because what we're doing is the right thing. We're going in the right direction. We're playing attractive football. The players are buying into it. The heart is there to wear the shirt again. So I'm happy. Regardless. I really am. And I'm delighted to see over 100 people watching on YouTube as well. It's absolutely fantastic. It's I'm blown away by the growth of the channel over the last few weeks. It's been great to see. Guys, if you are new to the YouTube channel, we do all of the Manchester United watch-alongs. We eat a few snacks along the way. And we have a bit of a laugh. So hit the subscribe button if you're new. Daily Manchester United content as well on TikTok, guys. If you're new to the TikTok channel, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily United content. Like I said, all of the United watch-alongs. We do... we're going to be doing a load of the watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So make sure you're hitting that follow button so you don't miss out. I do appreciate it. It's been a great watch-along. It was a bit boring in the first half, the game itself. But look, I always enjoy getting on and having a chat with you. So it's great. Again, just to let everyone know, guys, if you do want to become an official member of the YouTube channel, the link is in the description or is pinned to the top of the chat. You get extra content for members only. And you get a chance to play maybe some online gaming with me as well. Badge beside your name, priority comments read out and things like that as well. So if that's something you're interested in, click on the link in the description and go check it out. But more than anything else, just hit the subscribe button, because that's what helps out the channel more than anything. And I do appreciate it. So schedule-wise, what are we looking? Obviously, we have the game Sunday. Tomorrow night... we might maybe do a FIFA career mode tomorrow night on YouTube. So for anyone on TikTok, if that's something that you'd be interested in following along to, make sure you go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link is on the homepage. We do a FIFA career mode. The gangster manager is going to make a comeback tomorrow night. So we'll do that between 7:30 and 9 o'clock tomorrow, guys. And then, of course, we have the watch-along, the final United game before the World Cup. On Sunday away to Fulham. So I hope you can all join and we'll give them all a good send-off. And obviously you won't be giving me a send-off because I'm going to be doing watch-alongs for the World Cup. I'm not going anywhere. But it'd be great to get everyone in for the last game before the break. I think it's going to be a 6-week break before we actually have another, or no, it's even more, I think. Well, maybe it is about 6 weeks, I think, before we get another Manchester United game in. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be doing my match predictions and stuff like that before the game on TikTok and everything. So make sure you check that out. And Carlos says his wife is from Ireland. You picked a good one then. But guys, it's been great. I really appreciate everyone. I mean, over 100 people there watching on YouTube was fantastic. 3,500 views on it. 35,000 likes on TikTok. You're all absolute legends. Like I said, if you haven't already done so, take a second on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button on the video because you know it helps the channel out an awful lot. Hit the subscribe button. If you're new to TikTok, just hit the follow button, Daily United content, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well if you wish to do so. Link is on my homepage. But it's been great, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who's watched. Thanks to all the new channel members. We had 3 new channel members tonight as well. So you're more than welcome. Carlos is there. I can't remember who they were. Who were they? Let me scroll back up. Carlos, Dale, and one more. Where is it? I don't know. I apologize. I can't find the other one. Dale, Carlos, and someone else. I can't remember. Anyway, you're legends, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night for the FIFA Career Mode 7:30, and then back for the watch along on Sunday. And of course, then we're doing our podcast Monday night as well, live on YouTube. So follow on TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Link is on my homepage. Until then, see you guys.